You're going to love these turn-ups. They are so easy to do. Roll over where you've turned up your hem, and that gives you that beautiful faux turn-up. So how do we do that? First, you turn it up 3.5 centimeters. Please don't iron the crease in. And then you turn it in so it gets to 2.5. Right, and you do that all the way around. You could also just overlock the edge and turn it up as well. That will be absolutely fine. In fact, probably better for this method. Now here, the seam allowances go the same way. So go a centimeter higher than you think it needs to be. I'm doing it in the wrong place. So go up to the right towards the leg, a centimeter higher when you do it, because for the faux turn up, it needs to be like that. For any other normal turn up, it doesn't. So I'm just going to pin this in here. And that's another thing where it was like an afterthought. I thought, oh no, I should have gone up a bit. So in order to sew that really easily, what I'm going to do is turn it. Because we always want to sew from the inside. We never want to have to fiddle too much. So now I can go in there and I can sew with the presser foot sitting on my turn up. So that's quite simple to do now, and I put it under even for the really small sizes. You can see that it's not really a hardship, and of course the bigger it gets the easier it gets, but this is the smallest size. So I'm stitching close to the edge. Also, what is really nice about doing a faux turn up, on a lot of sewing machines like this, stitching, unless you have a cover stitch, will look like real horrid. So by doing the faux turn up, you won't be able to see that. A lot of the time stitches get so small and they look like so dinky and uneven, even if you're stitching really evenly. There's nothing you can do about it. You just don't have an industrial machine. So now I'm going to push up my hem about 0.5 centimeter or even 1 centimeter, but I think 0.5 centimeter is already enough, over my stitch line. And I do that on both sides, and so it looks like I've got a turn up when actually I don't really have one at all. We've got just a tiny little pleat in there. I'm going to put a pin into the seam here, and we're going to stitch in the ditch in a minute. And now I just pull it out. Do the same on the other side. So what you do is you wiggle it and you pinch just a little bit here and move it up. So it's like 0.5 centimeter over, you know, whatever you do, just as long as it's the same on both sides, absolutely fine. If it's 1 centimeter or 0.7 centimeters, and you've only got a little bit like 1 centimeter now standing of your seam allowance, make sure both sides are the same and wiggle it. Here again, I pinch it, I move it up. Awesome. Pin it. That's it actually. All I have to do now is stitch in the ditch here. So I go over to my sewing machine, and in order to do that really easily, I'm going to turn my Dungies inside out again and just go over the edge here. So easy. Excellent. Now I'm going to press it, and again I do that from the inside first, and then I'm going to give it another press from the outside as well. So turn the whole thing again so it's the right way out. So cool. There we go. Give that a nice little press just across it, and you have a really cool turn up that people will say, how did she do it? And that's it basically. You have done a beautiful faux turn up, and all we have to do now is to put the buttonholes in, and we're going to do that next. And alternatively, of course, you can put cam snaps in. Doesn't that look great? See you over there in a bit.